Hi guys, I'm back up here with another reading for the collective. Remember, all readings are not for all, they're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest. As well as going to drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys. It's going to start the discussion. As well as it's going to share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord, okay? So I think that's about it. So let's go on and address the layout, okay? So we got extra energy. Before we get into that extra energy, let's go on and address the layout, like I said, right? What's above you is your fourth, fifth dimension, what your higher self really wants you to know in these moments in time, okay? What's below you is your third dimension, what you possibly could be going through in the physical, or advice on how to maneuver in the physical, okay? Overall energy, advice, and light work. All right, collective, let's get it popping, okay? So with this extra energy in these moments in time, what I'm seeing here in these moments in time, this goes for me too, guys, because I'm really feeling this energy heavy, is there is an energy of trying to sway us off of our path. I feel like in these current moments in time, we're being asked to detach. Really detach, whatever detaching is for you, okay? So we're being called back home. So that being said, people in our lives we may be asked to walk away from, or things in our lives we may be asked to walk away from, jobs, homes, fucking where you live. Maybe God's asking you to fucking move to a different state or a different country, etc., right? This is that energy right now. There's some better shit on the horizon for us in these moments in time, but going through this stagnant wilderness energy. We've been talking about the wilderness a lot on these collective readings, and this energy is it's a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? It's a very interesting energy to really be in and to really feel in these moments in time, and to really experience, where it's putting us in a position where we have to use discernment, use this third eye instead of these two here, to really look at the situation from a bird's eye view, from a higher perspective, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. How do you even look at things in a higher perspective? By sitting with yourself and being zen with yourself in these moments in time, really getting connected to God, speaking to God, really opening that communication lines, the communication lines with God, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. Things are not all as they seem right now. Like I said, people, places, and things could be showing their fangs right now. So this is that energy where you're having to see past the illusions, okay? All right, let's keep moving forward. I think that's about it for that energy. We will reference that energy if need be, okay? What is above us in these moments in time, okay? Yeah, we're highly protected in these moments in time because we're going through these transformations, because we're going through this thick-ass energy. God is really protecting and covering over the collective in these moments in time, as we really step into our purposes, as we really step into our passions, as we really step into what God has brought you to earth to do, right? There's a lot of changes happening in our lives in these moments in time, where these are going to be powerful, life-changing changes, life-changing statements in your life, where you're really closing things out, because you got to understand what comes with the new beginning. There's always a completion or something. There's always a door getting ready to close, or something coming to an end, right? Before we even get to something new, something has to come to an end, right? This is that energy in these moments in time, as we're really wrapping up these karmic cycles in our lives. We're really learning how to unfuck ourselves, right? This is that energy. We're learning how to unfuck ourselves. So that being said, if we got ourselves in a bind, we know how to get ourselves out, right? Because we got ourselves in it, right? This is that energy in these moments in time, as we are really in this position of being asked right now to really send our worries up to the Most High right now, because God is in this position of moving mountains, moving things, shifting things in your life that you're completely unaware of. The cosmos is really working with the collective in these moments in time. All is being asked right now for us is to hold the faith, Make sure your faith system is solid. You know what I'm saying? This is that energy in these moments in time. We're in this position of feeling this energy, of feeling this isolated energy, this 5 of Cups energy, left out in the cold energy. That's just a part of healing, baby. You know what I'm saying? This is that energy. Do not allow the energy of being isolated or God having you isolated put you in an energy of feeling like more in that victim mentality, or in this energy of feeling like you're not on the right track. You know what I'm saying? This is that energy that don't allow that energy of feeling isolated to overtake you and really devour you, where it causes you to become idle-minded, right? It causes you to get into that 7 of Swords energy. You know what I'm saying? That energy, that deceptive energy, right? Not seeing things for what it is, right? This is that energy you have to understand when it comes to being idle-minded. Idle-minded is a dangerous place to be. This is that energy. We don't want to be in that position. We want to make sure that we're keeping control of our sword, because when we can keep control of our sword, we can keep our emotions in check, and etc., 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 right? But like I said, right now we're going through the wilderness. So when it comes to the wilderness, right, this shit, you don't really know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? This is that energy when it comes to ascension, and when it comes to going to these new heights and these new levels in our lives. We tend to feel this stagnant ass fucking energy where it puts us in a position where, yo, you it's like self-doubt. Like I said before, being idle-minded is a dangerous place to be, right? So when you're idle-minded, and when you don't have your emotions in check, when you don't have your mental in check, that's when the devil, quote unquote, right, uses that against you. You know what I'm saying? This is that energy. That's when the world uses that against you, right? This is that energy about us really getting grounded within our truth. Because with this energy, it's like what I'm feeling here is a type of energy of where we're going to have to really sit with ourselves and really dive deep within ourselves. I'm not talking about when we talking to God on a daily basis or anything like that. I'm talking about when we really truly sit down with God and really speak to God, right? That deep prayer, that deep meditation, that energy. Because there's some answers that we're looking for. This goes for me too, folks. There's some answers that we're looking for where we're trying to find these answers in the world, right? But they're nowhere to be found. They're in Zion. They're at home. They're in heaven. They're where God's at. Where does God indwell, right? Your mind, right? So this is that energy. Being divine, God indwells your mind. So that being said, it's about you tapping into God, right? A lot of us is going back home. And when it comes to the journey back home, you know what I'm saying? You know how as divines, we do purpose on earth. We do things on earth, and then we do things in Zion. We do things in heaven. We do things in the 4th, 5th dimension, right? And we do things in the 3rd dimension, right? We work in the 3rd dimension doing what God needs us to do, right? This is that energy on the journey home, right? It's a whole journey. You know what I'm saying? There's some ups, there's some downs, there's some lefts, there's some rights, there's some zigzags, some ovals, or whatever you want to call it. Some fucking circles. I don't know. Like just we're out here really experiencing life. Like I always say, when it comes to fucking with God, you really don't know what to expect with God until you fucking get there, until God gets you to where you need to be. And I believe there was we read a passage, I don't remember it word for word, so we're just going to paraphrase, in the Jesus Calling, talking about how God was letting us know that all you need is faith. Yes, I'm not going to show you the full picture. I'm not going to show you the full blueprint. I'm not going to show you the outcome. What is being asked of us is to really release the concept of knowing where the destination is. All we have to do is hold faith. All we have to do is trust that God is going to equip us for what is ahead. Right? So this is like, hopefully that makes sense. It was something around those lines in that book. But this energy has to do with us really playing our jewels. What has God filled you up with? Don't forget about how far you came. Don't forget about how much you poured into yourself already. There's things in our lives coming that's been in our lives or either coming in our lives where we've already learned some lessons with these certain cycles and these certain situations that we're in, where it's like, don't forget the work that you did to overcome whatever these obstacles are, or whatever these challenges or whatever adversity that has been going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, you can't turn life off. There's never a break from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand, you gotta stay on your shit constantly. This is that energy where you gotta understand that the devil's always waiting for you to slip. Always waiting for you to get motherfucking idle-minded, so that motherfucker can slide through and play off your emotions. So they can play off your weak ass mental state. That's why you always sharpen your sword. You keep your sword sharp. Whenever it's time to use that motherfucker, right? This is that energy in these moments in time when it comes to your life and your purpose and where you are at right now in this current moment. There may be confusion. There may be an energy of, I don't know if this is the right decision. I don't know if I'm going the right way. I don't know, right? But this is that energy God, Allah, the Most High, is letting us know right now that we're right where we need to be. We are experiencing exactly what we're supposed to be experiencing. Okay? All right, let's keep moving forward, okay, guys? All righty. All right, what is below us? Yeah. At this point, what is being asked of us is to surrender. Surrender control. Surrender the fact that you're going to have to walk by faith on this one. You're going to have to walk by faith on this one. You ain't going to be able to see yourself through this. God's going to lead you. God's going to be your eyes. All you got to do is move forward. All you got to do is stay in tune with God. All you got to do is make sure that covenant, that bond that you got with God is constantly strengthened, so you can hear God, so you can feel, hear, see God. Right? This is that energy. So that being said, if you need to tap out and really dive deep within that deep prayer, that deep meditation, that whatever gets you closer to God, then do that to get these signalings, to get these downloads, to get whatever is happening in your life right now, because God is really speaking to us loud and clearly. And I feel like there's an energy of, we feel that the walls are caving in upon us. You know what I'm saying? But this is that energy that's an illusion. It's coming from and stemming from codependency. It's stemming from trying to hold on to an old version of yourself that you're being guided to step out of. Let me say that again for the people in the back. That's a powerful message. It's about us. This is that energy of us trying to hold on to old energy that we've outgrown. We've grown out of this state. We've outgrown this energy. We've outgrown this spiritually. So by us desperately holding on to this energy, because we know that we're outgrowing this energy, and when you outgrow things, what happens? You end up walking on the road alone. Things end up leaving your life. And this is that energy where God is walking you right into a straight space of isolation. Isolation. Which is putting us in an energy where, like I said, we want to hold on to this space that we've been comfortable in. And to be comfortable in this energy is to know what to expect in this energy, right? But God is having you walk forward, hence that person that you was with, or that place that you were around, or that thing that you wanted, right? It's outgrowing its space. You're outgrowing that position. You're outgrowing that state of development. So that being said, when you're outgrowing a certain level, you're not going to be able to stay on that level no more. You know what I'm saying? So this is that energy where that desperate energy comes from. It's stemming from because you're walking into a new route, a new direction. And even using myself as an example, like I'm going through this energy myself. I've been really going through the wilderness and really it's an energy here where it's real. It's real. It's real. The energy of confusion, unaware of where you are going. And it puts you in an energy of feeling very uncomfortable. You know, and especially when you're coming from a space of comfort zone, when you're coming from a space of where you've been at for a while now, trying to hold on to that energy would be a distraction. It'd be a distraction. God needs you to go back home. God needs you to go back home. And a lot of y'all are being asked to go back home. And when it comes to the journey home, we all know it's rough. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking rough getting back home. Especially if you've been doing a lot of work in the world. Especially if you've been in the world. Right? This is that energy in these moments in time when it comes to your service, when it comes to where you're going. That's where that battle with self wanted to stay in this position, but you're outgrowing this position, but you're fighting the growing pains, or you're fighting the ascension process that you're going through. Hence where it's self versus self. When you're when the ego and when the higher self is clashing, it comes in the form of self-sabotage. It comes in the form of insecurity. It comes in the form of codependency. It comes in the form of straight up stagnancy in your life. The lack to make a decision, the lack to move forward, the lack to comprehend what you're experiencing. But while you're experiencing these experiences, we don't leave these experiences too early. We stay here. Why do we stay here? We allow ourselves to burn in these furnaces that we call life. And these life issues, these life problems, right? Which helps us become better life problem solvers, right? Become better problem solvers when it comes to life. When we allow ourselves to sit within these furnaces until God says, all right, it's time to let you out. It's time to let you out. And when you're sitting within those furnaces, when you're sitting within that space of intensity, where it feels so intense, where shit is just amplified, right? Obstacles are amplified left and right, right? That's where your strength is built. That's where your strength lies. That's where you tap into that survival instinct. That's where you really see who the fuck you are. In positions like that, you can't see yourself in the true potential and the power that you hold while you're sitting here in comfort zone, knowing that, oh, at this time, this is going to happen. I'm going to be here at this time. I'm going to experience this. This is the outcome. Right? You gotta understand, when it comes to growth is a risk. You have to take risk when it comes to expanding, when it comes to being successful, when it comes to being the best version of yourself. That's a risk that you have to take. You have to take that risk. Most people aren't willing to take that risk with themselves. They're not willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? And people who are willing to take those risks, people who are willing to experience those experiences, those are the people, those are your entrepreneurs. Those are your CEOs. Those are those high value men, high value women. You know what I'm saying? That you're in a whole different bracket. You know what I'm saying? This is that energy in these moments in time. But to even reach that new bracket, you can't be scared to burn in that furnace or sit within that furnace as you're dealing with this intense ass energy, where it's putting you in a position where it's fluctuating, or no, yeah, it's allowing, it's creating an imbalance within your emotions. Man, the way that you feel. If I can give you an example for myself. With my journey right now, this is a collective reading, but I'm talking about my twin here for a second. There's this energy of, I gotta keep moving forward. I'm being asked to move forward. And I feel myself moving forward. I feel myself energetically shifting in a whole different direction. But there's this energy of wanting to hold on to this comfort zone with this counterpart of mine, right? And it's an energy that puts me in a desperate energy of, fuck, I move forward on this purpose, on this path, because I feel myself shifting from the feminine energy, getting ready to step into this masculine energy, which that's what we need. Us feminines need to step into our masculine side for a minute, and our masculines need to step into the feminine side for a minute. It makes you a better person when you can utilize both of these energies, right? But it's literally an energetic shift that I'm literally feeling this energy shift, right? This is, if I could put you in and give you a perfect example of what this energy is. You once was a chaser, now becoming a runner. Say that shit again. You was a chaser, now becoming a runner. Take that where it stands. Right? This is that energy where it's truly the wilderness. It's the wilderness. It's like, you don't know what the fuck's going to happen here, but all you need to do is hold your faith. All you need to do is focus on where God is leading you. And sometimes when God is asking you to move forward in your life, sometimes you need to walk. We can't even look. We can't even see shit. We need to just walk forward. And this is that energy. And it's like, It's powerful. Like, it's a powerful energy where it's putting you in a position that you're just going to have to walk and just trust in God. God, I got to throw this to you. I got to surrender this to you. You know what I'm saying? That's where that sitting with yourself comes in. And I'm not talking about, like I said, oh, you casually having your conversations with God. Like, no, this is truly sitting with God and having a conversation with God. If that comes in the form of prayer, like deep prayer, speaking in tongues and shit, fucking meditation, speaking in tongues and shit, that's where that cord is strengthened. Because we're being asked to not run from ourselves right now. Because us staying in situations that we know that we're ascending from. And it's like, I feel like this energy, it has nothing to do with like you being bitter, or nothing to do with you being mad, or any wrong has been done towards you, or any energy of that nature. It's just a straight up, you got to understand, when God, you could be doing something. You can be in the middle of doing something. But when God says, time to get up, stop what you're doing, go left, you fucking literally stop what you're doing and go left. You literally stop what you're doing and go in the direction God needs you to go into. So that being said, if these abrupt endings, right, temporary endings, right, these abrupt, random ass, ghosty ass energy comes up, be obedient. If God is telling you to move forward where you have to move forward, you're going to have to trust in your process. You're going to have to trust in where you're going. And like I said, sometimes you're just going to have to cover your eyes and just walk forward. Because if you don't cover your eyes, you are not going to move. Yeah, that's a powerful message. If you don't cover your eyes, you're not going to move. Sometimes you got to cover your eyes to move forward. You literally have to blindfold yourself to move forward. Right? Right, let's keep moving forward. All right? Overall energy. Yeah. It's about making a decision. Where are you trying to go? Are you trying to ascend, or are you trying to descend? Are you trying to ascend, or are you trying to stay in the same place? How are you viewing your situation? What are you seeing in this situation where you see where there's growth at? If there's no growth or any expansion in any situation, this can be at your job, this can be in your city, this can be in your home that you're at, this can be with family, friends, this can be with significant others, romantic interests, whatever your demo is in life. If this could be just you dealing with yourself on a spiritual level. If you're not seeing no growth within your position, you can't plant seeds there. That soil isn't fertile. Is that right? Is that right? Hopefully. Yeah, fertilize. Something like that. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. It's not soil to plant seeds in. And sometimes we just gonna have to see the hard truth within our situation. Sometimes, like I said, you're just gonna have to close your eyes and walk forward. You're not gonna have, it's too fucked up in the world. There's too much confusion in the world. We're trying to find answers in the world, which those answers are not even in the world. Those answers is where God's at. Where's God in Zion? Where's God in heaven? Where's God in the 4th, 5th dimension? So that being said, you have to ascend back to the 4th, 5th dimension. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, if that means you got to ascend yourself from out of your situation, that means you have to have that phoenix rising as you're going through this furnace, this intense energy within your life, right? Because this energy is thick, y'all. It's thick, where it's putting you in a position where it's strengthening you up. It's ruffling your feathers. It's really stretching you to a point where you are in this position where You're going to be ready for this next cycle. You're going to be beefed up. You're going to be fucking set. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to dealing with the energy like that, you're going to have to honor yourself. This is self-love, self-awareness, self-amoralization, self-identification, self-reliance, self-sufficient. Right? This is that energy being very dependent on self. Nothing drinks from the cup. They drink from this overflow. And some of the things that we've been entertaining has been grooming us in a position to fall back. Like I said, the overall energy was detached. Because you're going through what? This ascension. A lot of these blinders are being lifted off. A lot of these rose-colored glasses is being lifted off. It's like you're waking up to your truth. And when you wake up to your truth, there's no fucking way you can go back to sleep. So that being said, you seeing the truth in the true nature of the world and seeing the fucked up shit in the world and seeing shit just in general that you were naive from, right? It puts you in an energy of kind of feeling bamboozled, you know what I'm saying? Feeling lied to, feeling like shit. Like, I've been asleep this whole fucking time. I haven't been aware at all. I thought I was going in this direction, but really I needed to be going into this direction. And it's like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? This is that energy where, like I told y'all, like probably like a lot of readings back. I say them periodically, do these readings, but this is like we think we're going in one direction. But God is really wanting us to go in this direction, which we were slowly swaying off a path that we thought we was on that path. You know what I'm saying? This is that energy. And it's like, it's an interesting energy to a point. I damn near can't put in a word, y'all. If you was like in my shoes or in this room with me, you can literally feel what this energy is. It's an energy of being tested. It's tested. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the spirit of Jezebel in this motherfucker, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And when the spirit of Jezebel steps out, right? It's the spirit of temptation. So the spirit of temptation to tempt you from sway you off of your path, where you're going. And it's like, it's an interesting energy because we're all in this energy, especially being a light worker. Us all here. You could be feeling this urge right now that, oh shit, there's something about to happen. You know what I'm saying? There's this energy of something's about to happen before it actually fucking happens. And this is that energy, I'm talking more metaphorically, right? Or from a spiritual level, okay? Something's getting ready to happen in your life on a spiritual level where it got all of these different energies front and center. So that being said, when you ascend, when you decide to get close to God, you send that beam up there, and every entity, every energy, every fucking spirit on this plane of existence sees that shit. So that being said, if you're in a position where the opposition sees you aligning and you're not aligning with the fucking system, you're not aligning with the fucking program, of course all this adversity, all of this stagnancy, all of this shit is going to try to weigh you down to a point where you get back into position, or back into your role, or back into that position where they wanted you to be. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta understand, when it comes to a manifestation, when it comes to really manifesting some shit, whatever it is, before you get it, it gets rough. It gets rough. You know what I'm saying? It's a real rough path where your fucking emotions start to shake and hinder and fucking get a little shaky, baby. You know what I'm saying? This is where that self-doubt comes in, and this is where you start thinking fucking thoughts that you, when you were originally manifesting whatever you're manifesting, you start thinking thoughts of like, I don't want that, or I ain't gonna get that, or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Right before you get it. You know what I'm saying? And this is that energy. When that energy comes up, it's about us really sitting with ourselves. You're gonna have to know like you know. You've seen God work in your life. So it's about you having faith that God's going to pull you out of your situation. Like I said, we might be in these furnaces right now, but we're being asked to sit in these bitches until it's time to fucking be let go. So that being said, let's say you're dealing with codependency, right? Let's say that you're codependent on a relationship, or you need a man or woman in your life to feel secure, right? This is that energy, dealing with that energy. You sit within that energy, right? To a point where, yes, you feel this uncomfortable, intense energy because you're really stepping away from a situation and literally learning how to be by your fucking self, right? This is that energy where, of course, when you start, it's gonna feel fucking weird. It's gonna put you in a position where you're gonna feel desperate. You're gonna feel naked out here, B, right? This is that energy. I feel like this is an energy of us feeling naked out here, B, right? And this is that energy where it's like you won't get comfortable with that feeling. A lot. You're going to experience that feeling a lot. The more that you level up, the more that you come into these new cycles. Because when you step into a new level in your life, oh, that's a whole new set of obstacles. That's a whole new set of challenges. That's a whole new set of feelings. That's a whole new set of adversity, turbulence. That's a whole new set, baby. It's not over. Life, you're constantly solving. But what happens here? You level up. You advance when it comes to these new levels. You're advanced enough to handle these sets of problems in this cycle. You know what I'm saying? And this is that energy, right? A lot of us is in this position of analyzing our pinnacles because we're in this position of ending out cycles. And also I'm hearing right now, keep your plans to yourself. So this is that energy. If you're the type to talk about what you gonna do, how you gonna do it, when you gonna do it, there's a need for you to be on hush mode and move. Your actions are gonna speak louder than your words. The way you moving, people aren't gonna think you playing. If you're on this energy of just moving, we ain't even gotta fucking talk about it, right? This is that energy in these moments of time. But like I said, with a lot of this energy that we're going through, it's revealing some true motives, some true faces, some illusions. That's why I'm saying, you see this card here? This is like the perfect card to define what this energy is here, where you're looking at the eye of the fucking beast right now. You know what I'm saying? This is that energy where it's like you can't fold. This is not the time. This is not the time. This is not the time. There's too much laying on this. Where you're going right now, there's too much laying on this. There's no time for this. We don't got time to be stagnant. We don't got time to, oh, it's hard. This is uncomfortable. This is new. I feel naked out here. Let me self-sabotage this. We don't got time for that, B. We're moving in a direction where it's moving like clockwork. It's moving like the speed of light and shit. You got to stay caught up. You got to stay moving. You got to stay in motion, because the moment that you step out of motion, the moment that you stop moving, everything in your life will stop. Everything, life is motion. So everything in life is motion. You have to stay moving. You have to constantly keep moving. Okay? All right, let's keep moving forward. So that being said, if you got people, places, and things around you that's falling by the wayside, that doesn't mean stop and go rescue a motherfucker. That doesn't mean stop and do that. So that being said, if we're in a fucking zombie apocalypse, your lover fucking falls or fucking, I don't know, twists an ankle, breaks a leg or some shit. Sayonara, bro. I'm sorry. We got to keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Your lover, your friend, whoever. You have to keep in motion. You have to keep moving forward. Those who are wanting to be groomed by you or wanting assistance by you or this, that, and the third, God will lead those individuals into your life. But at this point, if somebody is not willing to move, you're going to have to leave them behind, leave them where they at until they decide to step into a position that's aligned with this, with your frequency. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't continue to dumb ourselves down to fit into these positions because it's comfort zone. That goes for anything. You apply that to your life, wherever it applies to. Because why? It's a part of your fucking purpose. A lot of us is being asked, all right, you've been doing a lot of work in the world. It's time to go home. Okay, it's time to go home. You built all these fucking relationships in the world, right? Oh yeah, you built all these relationships in the world. Fuck, now I gotta leave these partnerships. Now I gotta leave these situations because I gotta go home because God is calling me home because I got some shit to do at home. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You'll be back. They'll see you eventually. But this is that energy. This is that time where your spirit is moving you in a direction, but your flesh is trying to stay planted in this position that you're in. Let me say that again. It's like your spirit is moving you in a direction, right? Your spirit's leading you in a direction, but the physical flesh is wanting to stay in the position that you're at right now. Where it's putting you in this energy of stagnancy. It's putting you in that idle-minded energy. And what we talk about idle-minded being, that's a dangerous place to be. That's where the opposition can jump in that motherfucker and start navigating shit. Look, now the opposition in you navigating shit. Now you self-sabotaging the blessings that you built. You and God built. You and God created. You have to understand, before all people, before all else in your life, that relationship with God comes before anything in your life. So that being said, anybody got a problem with that? They kick rocks, bro. Because God stands forth. God leads me out. When I'm by my fucking self, when the bitches ain't around, when these niggas ain't around, when this money ain't around, when I am fucking assed out, it's myself, God, and the Holy Spirit. The fucking Trinity. It's God. Me and God. Right? This is that energy. We're being asked to be very disciplined in our lives because we're being asked to clear some things out. Here's God right here. Y'all know this is my God card, not for the imagery, for the symbolism. God is in the reading, letting us know you heard the call. It's time to move forward. We're going within right now because we got to deal with this. We got to deal with this. We have to deal with this. We have to deal with this. Whatever this energy here is for you in your life, yes, it may be intense. That's why we sit within these furnaces until we overcome and transmute this energy. That's how you heal. You heal by sitting in this and feeling this and analyzing this and then letting this go. This is that energy. That's when you step into your truth. That's when you start to truly express yourself. That's when you get into this energy of Zen. That's when you don't allow the pressure of the world to dictate where you're going, the pressure of the world to fucking weigh you down, the pressure of the world to break you, right? This is that energy. It's self versus self, higher self in the flesh. And Jezebel's out in this motherfucker. So being idle-minded in these moments in time is a rookie mistake. It's a rookie mistake. This is that energy. It's about us keeping our sword in check. You got to keep your sword in check. So that being said, if you got to get in them deep meditations, do that. If you got to get in them deep prayers, then do that. If you need to fucking speak in tongues, then do that. Whatever to get that communication, that core with God, so you can fucking hear God. So God can tell you where it needs you to fucking be. Do what you gotta do. But as long as we're in this position of not being idle-minded, we're gonna be fine. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Remember, all readings are not for all, they're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest, as well as those twin flame readings will be up after this, depending on where those are getting posted at. That information will be below on my Instagram. Okay, so check that out. As well as I'm thinking about starting this little new segment for, I don't know, God has put it on my heart to do so. To break these readings, obviously we have these twin flame readings, collective readings where guidance is, but God's really, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I need to dive deep, really speak with God with it, but there's these segments, I don't know if I should call them divine feminine, divine masculine segments, splitting these energies and up, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know how. It's an energy of really guidance and advice and grooming for, let's look at the divine feminine or just the feminine energy. Let's take divine off of it. Just the feminine energy. How to tap into your feminine energy, how to really tap in and really get into your into who you are, the best version of yourself. We're really speaking on how to build yourself up, your self-confidence, things of that nature. Building your understanding yourself as a woman on a whole different level, right? As well as God gave me the ability to tap into this masculine energy, to really connect with masculine energy on a whole different level. Dealing with the feminine energy and the masculine energy are dealt real differently. So that being said, dealing with these masculines is kind of cutthroat. You fucking up. We need to get this shit together. Energy. You know what I'm saying? Kind of that military sergeant becoming a man energy. Right? I don't know how it's going to go. Just stay tuned for that. But God's putting it on my heart to really tap into this energy, because there's some agendas out here happening with these gender role switches happening right now. And you got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is there's some misconceptions being displayed. You know what I'm saying? Being very displayed. That is keeping blurred lines. We're creating blurred lines in between masculine and feminine energy. Blurred lines. And what this energy is here is to build whatever side you're on. You can utilize them both because you want to balance out both, because you have them both in you, right? But it's really to put y'all on. It's not really a twin flame energy. I'm gonna wrap this up. I know I'm rambling, y'all. It's more of a, how can we be a better man? How can we be a better woman? Type of energy, okay? All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm sorry for wrapping y'all up. Okay, but like I said, drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys. Let's go and start the discussion, as well as let's go and share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective, so we all can get on one accord. As well as, once again, stay tuned for those twin flame readings. I'll see you in a little bit, and bye-bye.